Being manipulated, whether it's emotional or psychological or subtle coercion, however it is, it does more than hurt you in the moment. Like basically, it reshapes your internal world. It changes how you relate to others, and it can even shift your relationship with yourself, how you feel about yourself. These effects a lot of times can be long lasting. And what scares me about that is they're so long lasting and they create self-talk. So rather than you moving on or being able to reshape how you feel, you continue to carry it. So if you have been manipulated and or coerced or exploited in some way, I want to make this video for you because it is possible that you can repair this. I'm going to give you a video right now of ways I think you can repair it. However, I want to remind you that depending on how badly you were manipulated or coerced, it may be the best thing you can do to go to therapy. But listening to this video and doing the practice may help you get started so that you can at least go in unblindfolded and know a little bit, be able to talk to the therapist about what you think happened. The first one is, I want to tell you, it alters your internal sense of reality. When you're manipulated, you begin over time doubting your perceptions, second guessing your memory, relying on someone else for the truth. So it actually makes you more vulnerable in a way. This can create a tendency to question your own judgment years after this happened. It rewires your nervous system. Basically, chronic manipulation keeps you in the fight or flight mode. And so what ends up happening is you continue with the hypervigilance, a constant sense that something's off, difficulty relaxing around others, maybe overreading tone or wording or facial expressions. Your body is assuming danger because it had that exist in the past. The problem with you're assuming danger, but there's none existing in your present world. Okay, the third thing, it damages your ability to trust, and I see this so frequently. It's important that we talk about it. It's not just trust in others, it's trust in yourself. You start saying, how did I not see that? How did I stay? What was I thinking? Can I trust my choices again? The self-doubt follows you until you get a handle on it, until you see where it comes from. And you begin either being overcautious with everything or you attach too quickly. And this, like to anything that feels safe, and this can be dangerous because people who manipulate can make you feel protected and safe. So I almost feel like it's better to err on the side of giving everything more time to make your decision about whether to trust someone. It reshapes your self-worth. You know, manipulation often causes, or, it includes things like blame shifting, emotional withdrawal, guilt tripping, conditional affection. And so over time, this creates a belief like, I'm too much, I don't deserve better, my needs are a burden. And this can linger once again for a long time after the manipulator's gone. It creates long-term attachment wounds. Manipulative relationships leave people with feeling anxious attachment, fear of abandonment, people-pleasing, avoidant attachment, fear of closeness, shutting down, or a mix of both. These patterns can shape every future relationship until they're consciously healed. It changes how you show up emotionally. You find yourself over-explaining, apologizing excessively, walking on eggshells, withholding your needs, or trying to stay easy to avoid the conflict. These behaviors become protective. And the problem with that is because you feel so unsafe, you use these a lot to protect your heart. It affects what you think love is. And I think this is the saddest one. Manipulation can confuse your internal map of love. You associate intensity with connection. not true. Normalize emotional instability. You mistake control for care. Definitely not true. Feel uncomfortable with calm, healthy affection. So when someone is loving and kind, you may interpret them as boring, whereas this is a good, stable person. You've just been manipulated so much that anytime it's just consistent and loving, you can't take it. You're looking for the intensity to know you're loved because it changed you, the manipulation. Now, to feel loved, you have to feel controlled or dominated or intensity. Messes up your relationships going forward if you don't get to the bottom of it. The really good news is that you can change this. You don't have to live with this. It's not permanent. So when you're ready, and when you're ready to work with someone, you can begin rebuilding self-trust. You can begin learning boundaries. Your therapist may want you to practice saying no. Your therapist may want you to make a list of what values you have so that you can also talk about how to protect those. Understanding red flags. More than likely, a red flag stood out to you, but you dismissed it because you were already being groomed and controlled. Repossessing the emotional trauma. Trauma happens, but you don't have to allow it to continue. And relearning safe connection. I think that's the hardest one, because if you're gonna love again, you have to let down and trust. And learning to trust and to attach again are very difficult without a therapy session or therapeutic help. So I hope this video helps you. If it does, please subscribe to my channel. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.